Hey guys, welcome to MU Sports TV. And in this segment, we are going to discuss the game between Real Sociedad and Manchester United in the Europa League round of 16, first leg, which is going to be played. We are going to play it away to Real Sociedad. And I'm going to talk about the predicted lineup or the most possible lineup that we can go with tomorrow against Real Sociedad. Keep in mind that we will be without Lisandro Martinez, Amad Diallo, Kobe Mainoo, who all have been ruled out with injury. Banjir, Mason Mount are also out of that game. I know it has been a difficult week so far for Manchester United after we've been eliminated in the FA Cup fifth round via penalties by Fulham, and now we only have the Europa League to salvage our season because winning Europa League will mean two things. Winning Europa League, I think it will mean a lot more than two things, because if we were to win the Europa League, that will be three seasons in a row winning a trophy. We won the Carabao Cup in the first season of Ten Hag. We won the FA Cup in his second season. And this season, if we were to win the Europa League, it could be 3 years with a trophy, not going trophyless. Also, if we win the Europa League this season, it will kind of salvage our poor season because we are 14th in the league. And also, if we win the Europa League, it will mean that next season we are going to be in European competition, and that is the Champions League, because that is the only way we can qualify the Champions League. Because I will be delusional to tell you that we are going to qualify for the top 4, because even making the top 10 is going to be very, very, very difficult for Manchester United this season. So winning Europa League, I think that is and that should be the priority of Ruben Amorim and Manchester United players at large. Winning Europa League will mean a lot to the club, both present and the future, depending on concerning also the transfer business, because missing out on the Champions League will also be a loss to the club. So Amorim, I think I know he's going to do whatever he can do possible to make sure that Manchester United wins the Europa League this season, because that is our ticket to Champions League next season. I know it's been a quite a difficult moment for Manchester United, and a win against Real Sociedad. I know we've been suffering when we face Spanish opponents, and also Sevilla, because Sevilla has knocked us out in the Europa League. I don't know, twice or maybe 3 times. We lost to Villarreal in the Europa League final. Remember, on penalty shootout. So we always we always suffer or play poorly, or the result doesn't go our way when we face Spanish opponents in Europa League. That needs to change. Even though we are having a quite difficult season, that needs to change. Remember, Real Sociedad are coming into this match having lost their last 2 games. They played against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. They lost, I think, 1-0. They played in the La Liga against Barcelona, where they lost, I think, 4-0, if I'm not wrong. So they are coming into this game with an aim of returning back to winning ways, and they are playing at home. So it is not going to be an easy match for Manchester United. And being that they are playing away, also United are coming into this game after with a bit of we need to do things. We need to return back to winning ways, because they lost to Fulham in the penalty shootout. And it's going to be an intriguing match, because both teams want to win. But for us, Manchester United, we have the quality players. We have what it takes to win this competition. We have what it takes to not be worrying about whether we could win or not. I think we should be the favorites to win this trophy. But at the moment, Lazio are the favorites to win this competition. This tells you the state of Manchester United at the moment, which where clubs like Lazio, clubs like Lyon, clubs like Bilbao are the favorites to win a competition we are also in. So this tells you a lot about our current state, and I hope this is going to change for the better, because we cannot continue like this. A lot needs to be done, and changes needs to be made. Drastic decision needs to be taken to make sure that Manchester United return back to the glory days. For this to happen, guys, we should pressurize the club, the Glazers family, to leave the club. Protests are planned on Sunday at the game between for the game between Arsenal and Manchester United. So guys, I'm going to give you the current team news at the moment. There was a live training of our players ahead of tomorrow's game against Real Sociedad, and I saw the live training, and I saw some changes. A lot of academy players. I saw Biancheri, I saw Ariamas, I saw Habib Ogune. A bit of academy players were also in the fix in the in the mixed match, trying to they were trying to they were training with the first team. So I think this tells you that there's going to be some of the academy players who are going to be included or involved in this match tomorrow against Real Sociedad. I did not see, or I failed to spot Harry Maguire and Manuel Ugarte. I'm not sure what's wrong with Manuel Ugarte, if it is illness or maybe it is a knock or an injury. I remember for Harry Maguire, he was limping and asked to be substituted against Fulham, and with a possible hamstring injury for Harry Maguire. Not yet confirmed, but we'll be hearing later on from Ruben Amorim. But I failed to spot Harry Maguire and Manuel Ugarte. But a bit of good news in this, that I was able to spot Toby Collier, who has been injured since the game against FCSB, and now he's back in contention to feature tomorrow against Real Sociedad. So a bit of bad news and good news all together. But we will be hearing from Ruben Amorim later on to give us the team news, and also we will be able to see which players or what players have traveled to Spain for tomorrow's match against Real Sociedad. But what we know now is that both Manuel Ugarte and Harry Maguire were not spotted in training today, but Toby Collier and some academy players were spotted in training ahead of tomorrow's match. Also, I did not spot Alti Bandir, the number 2 goalkeeper, in training. That means he's still not recovered yet for this match. That means none other than Andre Onana will be in goal tomorrow against Real Sociedad. So guys, I think this is the predicted lineup, or the possible lineup that I think Amorim can go with tomorrow. In goal, with Altibandir still out, I think Andre Onana will start in goal. With Harry Maguire possibly out and will be missing tomorrow's game through injury, I think we could see a back three of Leny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, and Nassou Mazraoui. I know I will be, or I could be, or I was hoping that I could see Eden Heaven tomorrow against El Sociedad. I don't think Amorim is going to risk that. I don't think Amorim will be starting Eden Heaven, but I hope that maybe he could be given some minutes in the game. So I think Leny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, and Nassou Mazraoui will be our back three for tomorrow's game against Real Sociedad. The wing backs will be Patrick Dogu and Diogo Dalot. Patrick Dogu is eligible to play against Real Sociedad because it is a European competition, and he was shown a red card against Ipswich Town. He's going to miss the next two matches, the Arsenal and the Leicester, but he's eligible to feature in the Europa League. That means Patrick Dogu is back tomorrow, and he and Diogo Dalot as our wing backs. Midfield, with the uncertainty of Manuel Ugarte, I think we could see Casemiro starting alongside Bruno Fernandes in that midfield, because I don't think Toby Collier back from injury. I don't think he'll be starting from the first minute. So I think Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes will be in midfield. Alejandro Garnacho and Joshua Zirkzee as our two number 10s, and Rasmus Højlund as our striker. Remember, Chido Obi Martin will not be able to play tomorrow because he is ineligible to feature for this year's European competition because he was signed just this last year, and he was signed as an academy player, not as a first team player. That's why Chido Obi Martin is not eligible and Eden Heaven is eligible. Remember, Eden Heaven was signed as a first team player. So this is what I think Ruben Amorim might go tomorrow, and it depends on the uncertainty or the injury news of Manuel Ugarte and Harry Maguire. But for Harry Maguire, I don't think he'll be available for tomorrow's match. For Ugarte, we will wait to see or to hear from the manager himself later in the day. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys.